I'm so grateful. It took some time, but now I say, oh, no. There's new meaning in my life. I've got a changed point of view. I've got a new way of thinking, and my thoughts have been
What's going on, everyone? This is DJ Rocky. I hope everyone's doing good. So, title of this video, as you saw, is DJ advice from... It's actually going to be from all of us, because we're all in this together. All of us DJs, I want you guys to go ahead and just listen to some of my advice I have for somebody, and I want you to go ahead and comment down below for the person that we're giving advice to. Remember, your comments and I want you to go ahead and just try to keep them respectful, honest. Give some of your professional advice as well too. And some of you have never subscribed before. Some of you have never done YouTube videos, or just never kind of reached out. You just kind of been that person that's just been watching out there. You may have some very valuable advice for this gentleman. So let's go ahead and do this together. Now, this DJ advice is from all of us, all right? Because we're all in this together, and that's the way I look at it. Now, I went ahead and this gentleman sent me a message on my YouTube. He private messaged me on my inbox, and I asked him if it would be okay. I first got his consent to see if I could just do this as a video. He said absolutely, this would be great, so other people can learn as well too. He hit it right on the head, so that's great. And out of respect for him, I'm actually going to just go ahead and for respect for anyone that's asking me questions, moving forward for the future, I'm going to say the first letter of their name. So this gentleman's name is going to be J. All right. So, and just by the way, by no means necessary am I the do-all, tell-all to the DJ business industry and business and so on and so forth. All I am at first is a father, a husband, and a DJ enthusiast. And I've had some experiences, and I'd love to share them with you and give you some advice that I can give. And I know there's some people out there, there's quite a few of you out there that can give some good advice too, that's valuable information. So don't delay, go ahead and put your information down below. Without further ado, this is the question he asked me. And by the way, Jay, I'm honored. I'm gratefully honored, and I'm humbled. And as I will always be, and as I always am. And for anyone moving forward that has any questions for me, I would most definitely do the same for you. Now again, we're all in this together. So let's take a look at the question, guys. Let's see. Again, we're all answering this. Hello DJ Rocky. I decided to reach out to you because of all the videos of other mobile DJs I've watched. You seem like you're more about helping out your fellow DJ and not about views and likes. Thank you. A little about myself. I started out working the soundboard at a local radio station. Cool. And worked my way up to being on-air DJ. I spent a couple of years on the radio and spent a majority of my time working in different clubs as the resident DJ. That's very cool, Jay. So I've been in the DJ business most of my adult life. I've been asked for years to DJ parties and other functions, but I've never done it. After years of being asked, I finally feel like opening that chapter as a mobile DJ. That's wonderful. My first gig will be next month. Okay, so next month. So let's not delay. Leave your comments for advice for Jay. I'm not going to say, out of respect again, I'm not going to say what the gig is, okay? But let's just say the advice we can give is common advice for any general gig out there, okay? So, moving forward, I was wondering if you would have any tips for me on this type of gig. Thanks, and have a blessed day. Jay, thank you. Thank you so much for reaching out to me. All right, so let's look at a couple things here. Again, I'm that DJ with a different perspective on things, okay? So there's going to be a lot of people that can give really, really good advice. But again, he's been a DJ for a while, and he wants to move from that club resident DJ, being a resident club DJ, into the mobile DJ industry, or having that mobile business. He wants to open that chapter, being a mobile DJ. And he understands being in the DJ business for a long time, as far as, you know, being the radio station and the club DJ. He understands what the mobile DJ industry has to take. He knows it takes a lot of work, it seems like. He wants to open that chapter. He just kind of seems a little bit concerned. That's what I see from this letter. So check this out. Now, let's look at this in a different perspective. Let's take a step back. let's take another step back and even further. Let's really look at the big picture here, okay? Now, first of all, as we know as mobile DJs, and I'm sure many of you can go ahead and say, hey, say yes, you're right on this, is the legality issues of mobile DJing. Cover your basis when it comes to the legality issues of a mobile DJ. Now, when you walk out there, you go out there and you're that DJ, you want to actually make sure that you're covered your basis with being sued, and that's by anybody. And you got to look at anybody that can be in that venue, that location that you're coming to, okay? And where does that go squarely upon? That goes squarely upon the venue, and or if not, the customer, okay? So in this particular case, it looks like it's going to be a venue that's hiring Jay for the gig, so we want to put that responsibility based upon the customer, which is the venue in this case. You want to come ready to rock and roll with a contract. You got to go talk to this place first. You have to go directly to them, speak to manager, or higher up. Something needs to be documented in a form of initials or a signed signature, okay, and dated. So contract, to sum it all up to contract. There's two major roles this should be in. There's a lot of other little issues you can have in your contract, but make sure you have these two things in a contract to keep legality issues out of the question and moving forward with a good business, a good healthy business. One, in no means necessary are you responsible, or anyone can come at you by third-party entity with video, audio, so on and so forth, and all that. And in no way, shape, or form can anyone bring upon an appeal towards you and or your business. That has to be said in there. In no way, shape, or form. And it has to say it as though. Okay? Now, the second thing you want to have in your contract is basically something that states something that you may need or to be comfortable with. I would go this much. This is how far I would go, is just ask for an accurate amount of space. I have in my contract that states I need at the very least 4 by 4 foot of space. Okay? 4 by 4 square foot of space. That's what I ask for. It's not a lot of space. Most times I actually get a lot of space. But let me tell you something. There is no customer out there, no bride, no groom, no venue, nobody, I don't care what gig you go to, that cares about your comfort. They don't. Okay, so be prepared to have water. Okay, be prepared to have your own table. Be prepared to have your own power outlet supply that you can link up to if you're far away. At the very least, at least a 25-foot extension cord with enough power outages that you can work with, okay, that you need to plug in your things to. You really shouldn't have to plug in too much, okay? But it also depends on what you're looking at as well too. But make sure that you have those things, okay? Make sure you have enough space. A lot of people want to put you in a corner that you're not really going to be comfortable in. So those are two things, okay? When it comes to the legality issues, you need to have space. Again, why is that space important? There's a lot of other issues that can come about. I'm sure you guys can comment below. For me, it's about T-bars, poles, speaker poles, lighting, and such whatnot that need to be spaced out, and other things that need to be sandbagged and anchored down for safety purposes to keep away from lawsuits or any falling debris and such like that. All right, so I finally feel like opening that new chapter as a mobile DJ. Well, you know what? I think the chapter has been opened already. Let me tell you why. The chapter has been opened, and now it's just for you to start writing that chapter. Let me tell you why, Jay. Because first of all, you're a DJ, okay? And you've been a DJ for years. You've been a resident DJ at a club. You understand how it is to work behind the station, and you got that down, okay? It takes many years for DJs to even just get that, okay? And then a lot of times they're only set with one piece of machinery. I worked on tons of machinery, and I can work with anything that is thrown at me at any given time. I mean, I've seen things from China. I've seen things, you know, all over the freaking place. I've seen things that no one would ever see before. That's actual DJ board that you'd be working with. So you know what to work with. You've been a resident DJ and you worked on other products and things like that. You know your station. And the best thing about this chapter being open, that's already opened, that you can write, is the fact that people have been asking you for a long time to do parties and other functions, but you've never done it. If people have been asking you to come out of your space, that you're familiar with, your residency DJ in a club, if people have been asking you for years, then you're not just a DJ, you're a damn good DJ. You're a real good DJ. People are asking you to come out of your norm. All right, so I think the chapter is open. It's ready for you to write. You're way more than halfway there. But the thing about being a mobile DJ is first, a lot of guys get lost in the lights and the music and the hype of the mix. The first thing, if you really want to be successful, long-term, healthy DJ, because a lot of them kind of go by the wayside after a while, and they don't talk about what really happens, is the legality issues. Make sure your legality issues are covered. Make sure all the legal issues are covered. Okay? There are some things that you can sidestep in the beginning just to kind of create a small foundation, but you can only do that for so long. Then you have to get licensed, insured, and all that other stuff. Okay? So make sure all the legality issues are covered. Always walk into a gig with a contract. Always. That's just what you just have to do it. Just don't even consider yourself a mobile DJ if you're not walking to somewhere without a contract. Just make sure your foundation is rock solid. And your foundation is everything from your cables to your contract to your health to everything. So make sure your foundation is everything, and it's basically it means everything in that sense, and it is everything when it comes to your mobile DJ business. So if something is missing out of that foundation, your structure will crumble. So just remember, we're in this together, guys. And Jay, again, thank you so much for reaching out to me. I'm honored, man. I'm honored. And by all means, any of you guys have any advice for Jay, put it right down at the bottom. I'm sure there's much more advice that we can give him, and he can always look back at this. Don't worry about being nervous. If you're a little bit nervous and kind of moving forward with this chapter, don't take it head on, man. Take it head on. Just make sure. I'm a competitor. I've been an athlete, and I've actually I wrestled for a long time, and I'm very competitive within self, and I don't want to rely on anyone else or someone else to kind of win when it comes to doing other things. So that's the same advice I would give to you, is just remember that you are your own man, you are your own army, you are your team, you are your business, and sharpen yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, legally, and you're gonna do great things. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. Don't worry about nothing, and don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Trust in yourself. Trust your skills. Trust your knowledge. You're gonna be fine, Jay. Oh, and one last thing. This is for anybody, and especially for Jay. One last thing. I let my customers know I've done outside the box of a regular corporate and wedding event as well too. And when I've done those type of events, I let them know way ahead of time, probably at the very first initial communication with them. And I'll also have it in my contract as well too. I don't have to worry about those type of things when I deal with corporate or wedding, but I let them know during the contract, but it's not something that it's necessary because it's usually a finalized deal. But when you do outside the box, events, let your customers know, this is what I do. I advise you to. You can do it how you want to and what fits best for you. Get paid before you even unload the vehicle. Get paid before you unload the vehicle, because they'll try to get you to say, I will pay you in a little bit. Oh, the check's coming in about 30 minutes. They're going to see if you're going to unload the vehicle or not. They're going to see if you're really going to represent. And they'll try to delay. I tell them, look, I'm going to pull up. Where can I park? Always ask them, where can I park it? I'm going to park right there. Okay, I'm going to park my vehicle right there. Is it going to be safe there? I look them directly in the eyes and ask them this. Yes, it's going to be safe there. I never really asked that question. Well, you got to know. Okay, so I'm going to park my car there. and you're going to pay me. Make sure, just want you to know, none of the equipment will leave the vehicle unless the check is in my hand. I have to get full payment before. That's very important. Trust me, it's happened to me before. I pulled up and the customer did not believe me. They did not believe me. And let me tell you, I'm not going to throw any names under the bus, but I mean, they have businesses all over the freaking country, okay? These people are huge. They have TV commercials. I mean, these are huge. And somebody in the middle kind of Mickey Mouse this whole deal. And when I came up and the person that I was actually dealing the contract with was there, and they said, yeah, we'll get it for you. We're going to have it in about an hour and a half. And I've told you this way ahead of time, and they thought I was joking, and I'm serious. I parked the car there, and I said, I'll wait right over here in your lobby. And I sat right there. And they said, are you going to get ready? Yes, I told you, and this was in the contract, that I verbalized it to you. I spoke to your assistant that you will have full payment before, and then I will unload the vehicle. So that's something to think about. Don't let the Mickey Mouse you. You need to get paid. Okay? You mean business. And that's how you need to start off your business from the very beginning. Start off your business meaning business to your customer. Be serious with them. All right, that's one last bit. Hey, love and respect all people and all things living. This is DJ Rocky, guys. Take care now.